YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with the fan-voted playoff predictions, the full playoff predictions going through the entire bracket, and you guys voted each step of the way here on our Twitter. You're also voting for a lot of other things. Award voting is going on right now, a bunch of different awards, and that'll be included in the video where I give you my award picks as well. So you're going to want to follow that Twitter. We always talk during live games. We'll be talking during these live playoff games. I cannot wait for tomorrow and Sunday. So join us for that. We have weekly picks with the other members of the Goat House, score predictions, all kinds of content, off-season content. So, yeah, please subscribe, smash that like button. Any link that you need for the Twitter, Patreon, podcast, that Sided app where you can win Amazon gift cards. It's in the comments and in the description, so check it out. So you guys voted on Twitter, and here's a little spoiler on who's winning first round, but you guys probably know about that already. You guys vote for every step of the way right here. See the different percentages. So, and then right now, you guys are voting for all these awards. So those are still going on. So at Goat House NFL, check it out. You're always voting for anything football related there. So check it out. Be much appreciated. But let's just see the first round winners, which you guys voted for, and that was kind of revealed in our weekly picks video because we added a fan vote icon and reveal who the fans voted on that as well. And we'll do that every step of the way. But you guys picked the Steelers to beat the Browns. What was the percentage on that? Percentage was 60% Steelers. 60% Steelers over the Browns. The Bills over the Colts, and the Bills a whopping 87%. And then, kind of going back to talk about Steelers, not surprised about the Bills. I'm surprised it was that much. I know everyone's pretty hot on the Bills. Everyone's high on the Bills. They're a hot team right now. Colts are sneaky, though. And I picked the Bills. I think the Bills are going to win. But Colts are a pretty sneaky team, well-balanced. So see what happens there. You guys picked the Ravens over the Titans. What was the percentage? 58% Ravens. That's pretty close, 58 to 42%, around that range. Expect to be a little closer, perhaps. Seahawks and Saints, Seahawks beat the Rams, and then that was a 72.4% Seahawks. Then Saints over the Bears. I'd imagine that one. 81% of you picked the Saints. And then Buccaneers, I'd imagine, is pretty high as well. 72. I thought it'd be a little higher, but that's pretty high. So then we get to the divisional round. So we got Steelers versus Bills. And then you guys had the Bills winning that one. Not really too much of a surprise. The Colts could be a little tougher than the Steelers for the Bills, so that's pretty interesting there. Maybe not the toughest road. Not that it's easy at all, but maybe not the toughest out of the entire playoffs road to get to the AFC playoffs, AFC Championship, excuse me. And you guys had 90.5% of you, 90.5 said the Bills were going to win that game. It's a pretty big number. Chiefs over the Ravens. I'd imagine that was somewhat big as well. 80.5 picked the Chiefs to beat the Ravens here. So AFC Championship, Bills, Chiefs. I had the same thing. This seems to be a pretty popular one. Who knows who can play upset? I think the winner of Ravens Titans, that feels like almost maybe not an AFC Championship game. Well, yeah, it kind of feels like that. The winner of that can make somewhat of a run. If the Colts beat the Bills, they become legit. They become legit, and they could do it. I picked the Bills. A lot of people picking the Bills. If the Colts beat the Bills, the Steelers just beat them, though, so who knows? But the Colts kind of blew a comeback there. Who knows there? Talk about the NFC games now. Division around the NFC games. You guys picked the Saints. Imagine this one was somewhat close. 58% Saints, 58 to 42 said Saints. I had a tough time with this one. I had the same matchup. I picked the Seahawks just because they're so similar. The teams are so similar that I think the difference in quarterback play could be the difference, really. So I went with Russell Wilson. I do think the Saints match up better and can beat more of the field, if that's AFC or NFC, more importantly NFC. So the Saints might be actually a better playoff team in my opinion, but head-to-head I picked the Seattle Seahawks for now. I'm going to go either way, though. Let's see how these teams do this week. Maybe neither will be there. Maybe one will be there. Maybe both will be there. We'll see how they play. They're both playing pretty good defenses. So you guys took the Saints. Both the Saints and Seahawks, balanced teams. We want to see who's going to show up. What's their identity? Are they more offensive, more defensive? Are they completely balanced? That would be fantastic for those teams. So we'll see. And then the Packers and the Buccaneers. I can't wait for this game. Hopefully it's a game. The Buccaneers, They dominated the Packers earlier this year. That was one of their better games. They presented some matchup problems, but the Packers have gotten better since then. Maybe they fixed those problems. And the Packers, yeah, they're pretty hot right now. So you guys went with the Packers, somewhat close, 68%, 30. It's not that close, I guess, but a little closer than I guess the rest of the way. Maybe we'll see. So AFC Championship, Bills, Chiefs, NFC Championship, Saints, Packers. So you guys don't have any upsets. You got 1-2 and 1-2. Understandable. Those are the favorites. They're the higher seeds for a reason. Sometimes when I don't have any upsets, I get ripped for it though. In terms of the in terms of the lines, you guys don't have any upsets at all. The Ravens are the lower seed, but they're favorites. The Buccaneers are the lower seed, but they're favorites. So some pretty good matchups here in the AFC and NFC Championship game. Who would you guys have winning the AFC Championship game? Buffalo Bills, the 2 seed. Percentage 56.5 said Bills, 43.5 said the Chiefs. A little surprised by that one. Picking the Bills, and not that it's wrong or anything, and it's not going to happen. It definitely could happen. They're the hottest team in football right now. Going to be an absolute shootout. I'm a little surprised it's not closer, though. And that's pretty close, 56% for Bills. A little surprised it's not, 51-49 around there if you were to pick the Bills. So it's kind of a little surprise. The Bills going to the Super Bowl. Who will they play? They will play the Green Bay Packers, according to the fans. 80.2% said the Packers. So that is a big win. People are confident about the Packers. In that game, 80.2 to 19.8. Packers believers on the Twitter. There are Packers believers all around the world. They're a hot team right now. Probably the two hottest teams from each side. The Chiefs are debatably the best team in football of the, as a whole, regular season as a whole. But the two hottest teams on both sides, Bills, Packers. So that's what you guys went with. You're feeling, and that matters. Who gets hot at the right time is huge. I think for any sport, that applies. So it makes sense. It kind of makes sense. I had the Chiefs and Packers. But believer in the Bills, like the Bills. Again, Ravens-Titans winner can make a run for sure. I don't know if those teams, they don't match up too well against the Chiefs. They match up better against the Bills. So we'll see if they can get by the Chiefs, the winner of that game. I like the Bucs too. Preseason I picked the Bucs to go to the Super Bowl, and they're heating up and they present matchup problems for the Packers. So that is going to be a hell of a game. And then the balance of the Seahawks and the Saints. If they keep that balance, both the offense and defense shows up at the same time. Those, whatever one that is, that's the team to beat, and they can legit go to the Super Bowl. So, but now we can see who wins your guys' Super Bowl pick. And it's a big victory. I'm surprised how big of a victory it is. The Green Bay Packers are the Super Bowl champions, according to the Goat House viewers, NFL fans at the Goat House. 71.2. A Super Bowl voting, 71.2 to 28.8. It's a bit of a surprise because it's just the two best teams, according to the fans, and it had that much of a landslide victory. But a little surprising, the fans voted the Bills over the Chiefs, 56.5%, and then just got beat that bad to the Packers there, 71.2% Packers. Fans are feeling the Packers. Maybe you're out there, you didn't get the vote, you don't agree, so make sure you get to that Twitter so you can there's a lot of things you're going to vote for. You always have you guys vote for players of the week. The award predictions going on right now. You have a lot of say in some things and videos going forward. Back to the bracket though. Or if we want to see, back to the bracket. We could see different scenarios here. I know what games were closest. What games were close from the start? Not too many of them, I guess. Ravens-Titans. Yeah, that's the one. Ravens-Titans. I guess Steelers and Browns were pretty close. Let's say if the Browns win, they'll be playing the Chiefs unless the Colts can pull it off. So it'll be Browns versus the Chiefs and the winner of Ravens, Titans versus Steelers. So that'll be ideal for the winner for the Ravens and Titans. That'd be very much ideal for them to play the Steelers instead of play the Bills, instead of the Chiefs. So that could change some things up there. Yeah, Ravens Titans the game to watch for sure. Who knows though? Like I said, I think I was talking about yesterday, we all have these teams we expect to win, we predict to win, but that doesn't necessarily mean even if all of us are picking what was the biggest victory. I think surprisingly the Bills. I know that shouldn't be that surprising because the Bills are hot, but the Colts are pretty good. Was that the biggest win in the first round? The Colts had a bigger win, 87%, than the Saints did, 81.4%. That's a little surprising to me. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, people have, they're that confident. We're all that confident, but that doesn't guarantee anything. Somebody's going to pull it off. I don't know. I think the bet in terms of the underdog, which underdog has the best shot to win? Probably the Titans, just because it's a 50-50 game. But I don't really consider either of those teams underdog, if that makes any sense. I don't consider an upset if either team wins. So take that game away. All the other games, we all seem to be pretty confident who's going to win these games. One of them is going to be a surprise. I really think so. I really think one of those between the Browns, Steelers, the Colts, Bills, Rams, Seahawks, Bears, Saints, Bucks, Washington. I think at least one of those is bound to be a surprise outcome. We'll see though. Never know. Extra games, for the Super Wild Card weekend, extra games than normal. One of them's bound to be crazy. At least one. So we'll see. Regular season really means nothing at this point. So it is good to be hot at the right time, and you got the momentum going for that. Definitely means something. But what you did in the regular season as a whole really doesn't mean a whole bunch. We're starting fresh here. This is where the big boys show up, and the game plans, the matchups matter most. Who shows up we're the big time players. Big time players make the big time plays in the big time moments. That's what's gonna separate the men from the boys here. So a team's identity might not be shown right now based on the regular season. So that's what I can't wait for. Cannot wait for that. And we'll have it all recapped on Monday. Earlier video on Monday, we'll recap every single game, give you my thoughts. But if you follow the Twitter, you're going to get a live look at that. As it's happening, you're going to get a live look and just constant talk about what's going on in the game. So you're going to want to follow that Twitter to keep involved there. Smash that like button, subscribe. Plenty of NFL content, playoff coverage. We're already getting going on our off-season content as well. Draft, free agency, getting ready for that. Those seem to be our most popular videos here. So excited about that. And we're ranking players based off. We already ranked a bunch of players. We're going to rank quarterbacks, all-starting quarterbacks. We got a lot going on here. Insane amount of NFL coverage. So join us for that. Be much appreciated. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.